that Ronnie Jackson says Biden will have been at Camp David for a full week before the debate, and that they're probably experimenting with getting doses right, giving him medicine ahead of the debate. Is that what you think?
Yeah, I think that, any patient that truly, or, elderly individual or someone that has dementia, they can find some moments of clarity, right? They can find moments throughout the day that they have energy. And I think that Trump's team should not underestimate Joe Biden and his team's ability to whether they're going to jack him up on Mountain Dew or whatever it is. That, look, the State of the Union this year, he had a lot of energy for about an hour or an hour and a half.
This is what they are playing around the clock on Fox News. This is Big Lie Debate Edition, and that was MAGA Republican Congress member Eric Burleson telling the Fox defamer-in-chief Maria Bartiromo that, yeah, they are going to jack Biden up on Mountain Dew or whatever it is, in response to Maria Bartiromo saying right now they're probably experimenting on President Biden with different drugs in advance of the debate. Now, I want to take a step back here for a second, because a few people in the comments just said it in a much clearer way than I had before. It is so utterly disrespectful as a human being to just falsely accuse another human being of being on drugs. Accusing people of having drug issues, injecting themselves with drugs, and that's one of the main platforms of Fox, in addition to just raw, unadulterated ageism and mocking older individuals. Like, how is that okay at all? It is so disrespectful. And this is what they're doing, knowing that Donald Trump's going to lose at the debate. They got to push all of these conspiracy theories. And it's just that he's injecting himself with Mountain Dew. As Mark Jacob, great journalist, wrote, he goes, if drinking Mountain Dew turned its customers into brilliant orators, I think we'd know that by now. So then MAGA Republicans have on, or Fox has the MAGA Republican Congresswoman Mariannette Miller Meeks, a congresswoman who I believe has a former medical, is a medical degree, and she's a member of Congress. Here's what she has to say, this MAGA Republican Congresswoman Miller Meeks. Here she is spreading a reckless, evidence-free conspiracy with no pushback on Fox, but this is what they're showing their viewers. This is all they're basically showing right now. Here, play this clip.
So we anticipate that for this first debate, he will be on something. And the response of the press has been to cover it up. And so we've seen that with Karine Jean-Pierre saying these are deep fakes. This is, misinformation. The videos we have seen of President Biden's cognitive decline are not false. They are not, manufactured. They are not deep fakes. The president has significant cognitive decline, as we've all seen.
As this one account said, this person, a medical doctor, either believes there is a medication that exists to make dementia disappear for 2 hours and only 2 hours produce a clear increase in energy without side effects, awkward side effects, or she is lying. Newsflash, she is lying. Just so you have a full sample of what's going on. And I want to show this to you just to expose, if you have family members who are watching Fox and who are watching these other networks, and you're like, well, why are they saying these things? Because this is what they're being shown over and over again throughout the day. Trump sending his surrogates to make these comments. Here you have Missouri's Attorney General Andrew Bailey on Maria Bartiromo referring to CNN as the communist news network. Play this clip.
We're all waiting to see how CNN handles this CNN presidential debate. Are they going to raise the issues that matter to the American people, or are we going to see more attacks on Trump?
I have no faith and confidence in the communist news network's ability to be fair or objective, but I hope that the issue of lawfare comes up, because I think even Americans who maybe disagree with President Trump on certain policy positions can get behind the idea that the Constitution and the rules matter, and this offends basic sensibilities of fairness.
Then you get another MAGA Republican Congress member, Carlos Jimenez, again attacking the CNN moderators. This is their whole thing. Not talking about policy, the issues, attacking the moderators or saying that President Biden is jacked up on drugs. Watch this. Play this clip.
I don't see them talking about the fact that we've had murders at the hands of illegal migrants. So I just wonder if they're not covering it on a day-to-day basis like we are at Fox. Do you think they're even going to raise it, even though it's one of the most important issues for voters? Are they going to raise it on Thursday?
Look, I have serious doubts about what CNN is going to do in that debate. CNN has been a huge critic of President Trump, has been completely unfair to the president. Look, the first thing I would do if I were President Trump is I'd turn over to President Biden and say, are you going to apologize to the American people for not only lying to them, but actually fabricating a lie about your son's laptop? Are you going to do that? And find out if the president will do that. Look, the president
here, I don't even want to show you Sean Hannity because it's just his voice is sickening. But here you see the whole segment was media malpractice by CNN. Here's what Trump posts. This is Donald Trump's post. Trump preps for debate against Biden by going to nursing home and arguing with dementia patients. Classy stuff. I mean, again, first off, Donald Trump, you're around President Biden's age, number one. Number two, we're seeing you talk about the word refutal, being eaten by sharks and electrocution and all of these strange rants that you're on. But why are you all so afraid then? If you think that you are running against someone who's got issue, why are you all so afraid in pushing this? Or maybe you need justification for all of your lies once they are exposed. Here, by the way, is, again, that MAGA Republican Congresswoman, Miller Meeks. And here she is, again, saying the same thing over and over again on loop. Play the clip.
Make of this, the media, including at CNN, is now pushing back on lawmakers demanding that President Biden take a drug test before and after the CNN presidential debate to see if Biden is taking any stimulants or drugs. But it looks like this Biden White House Congresswoman has so bullied and threatened the media with cutting them off. The media is effectively saying, cover this up, deny and denounce this. Keep Americans in the dark about Biden's true condition. You know, this sounds like Biden's version of Don't Ask, Don't Tell. We know everything he does is on a teleprompter or scripted. Where do you come down, doctor, on this?
Well, first and foremost, let me say as an ophthalmologist, I deal mostly with elderly patients. Number two, my mother had Alzheimer's and I took care of her for the majority of the last few years of her life. And then number three, I've been to the White House several times for bill signings, and all of us have seen the degradation of President Biden's cognitive facilities.
Then you have Donald Trump's spokesperson, Caroline Leavitt, and she goes on right-wing media, not on Fox, but other right-wing media. She was on Fox too. And here she has to make Donald Trump the victim. It's going to be a 3-on-1. You're going to have the CNN reporters and Biden. They're all going to gang up on Donald Trump. Again, this is the whiniest group of people. All they do is whine. Play this clip.
The truth is very triggering to CNN, and they like to pretend that they're still the most trusted name in news. They like to pretend that Jake Tapper and Dana Bash are real journalists, unbiased people, when that's just not the case. And anyone with eyes and ears can see that.
What does this tell you? I mean, can Trump even get a fair debate if you're simply trying to state a fact and they go to commercial?
Well, ironically, whether they wanted to or not, they proved the point that I was trying to make in that segment. That is, CNN is a hostile environment, and President Trump is knowingly going into this hostile environment on Thursday night because he believes so deeply in his message, and he is so committed to bringing that message to the American public that he will engage in a 3-on-1 debate. So President Trump will still be there on Thursday night. And today, the world our point was proven right that CNN is no friend of Donald Trump. Everyone knows that. And the cards are stacked for Joe Biden before Thursday's debate.
Let me show you one more clip of Caroline Leavitt, then let's chat about it. Play this clip.
Yes, he was clearly much more alert and able to speak better than he is when he does teleprompt speeches. His team is hiding him away at Camp David for the week, which is deeply concerning that the leader of the free world cannot debate prep and also hold public events and continue to run the country at the White House. You should be able to do multiple things at the same time as president. But I think we should expect the same type of performance from Joe Biden on on Thursday night that we saw at the State of the Union. And if his team wants to prove that he's not being artificially stimulated for big nights like these, then they should agree to a drug test. President Trump has challenged Joe Biden to do that. And why won't he accept it? It's a curious question to ask.
Let me share this article with you. Donald Trump rejects Franklin Graham's request that he not curse in his speeches. And I don't want to show you that. It's not fully related to this video, but I think it's important. He's just going into churches and cursing now. Goes to places of worship, leads curse rallies where they curse all of the time, because that's just who he is. And I think that's what's going to show in the debate. And he's also whiny, and for him, everything in his life is rigged. This is rigged. That's rigged. Everything is unfair. The Emmys are rigged. The Academy Awards are rigged. The election is rigged. The primaries are rigged. If he doesn't win it, it is rigged. And this is what he says over and over again. Here's our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski. Debate rigged, 2020 election rigged, 2022 election, Academy Awards, Pulitzer Prize, Trump University case, Carroll trial, election lawsuits, Emmys, criminal trial, Rudy trial, Bannon and Navarro trials, January 6th committee, civil fraud trials, polls, every single thing is rigged to him. And the same way they attack the judges, they attack the moderators, right? When Donald Trump goes into a trial, it's never, I didn't do it, I am innocent, I'm going to show the facts. It's no, the judge's daughter, the jury is unfair, the grand jury's unfair, the district attorney is a communist, this person's a communist. It's the Communist News Network, and they're ganging up on poor, pathetic little Donald Trump. They're ganging up on him, and he doesn't know how to handle himself. He agreed to the debate, but now he's stuck on the Communist News Network, and now we should all feel really bad for him. They repeat that over and over and over again. And where in 2016, Donald Trump had the National Enquirer, which is like a little tiny needle in a haystack compared to the fascist haystack that is Fox, and this deca-billion-dollar propaganda machine that, like a tsunami of disinformation, pushes this crap on vulnerable people who just want facts, and people think this stuff is real. People who live in this fake Fox world of oh, he's on drugs and he's putting a what are you talking about? What are we talking about here? This is why I always say this is not a Democrat v. Republican or independent or progressive or liberal v. conservative. This is about the facts, people, and we need to be rooted in the facts. Thanks for watching. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 3 million subscribers together. Appreciate you.
Enough! Send him to the big house, not the White House. Get the new exclusive tees, mugs, and stickers right now at store.MeidasTouch.com. That's store.MeidasTouch.com.